Another beautiful morning, another beautiful run. One day closer to my 365-day objective of running every single day without taking a day off. Attempt number 2. We're progressing. And that's really all that matters, right? In the end, it's all about progressing. It's all about forward motion, keeping the goal in sight, just pushing every day one inch at a time. You know, I heard somebody say once that football games, they're not won on multi-yard passes. They're actually won 1 inch at a time. It's an interesting concept. The idea that you can accomplish big things by simply chunking them down. All right, well, I look forward to seeing you when I get back. Guys, I'm back. Great run today. The weather was nice, a little warmer than I would have liked towards the end of the run, but all in all, it was a really good run. I was thinking about this idea of what happens to our minds, when we first get up in the morning and what we do. And I was thinking about the clutter that takes place in our mind. So I think a lot about like everybody else, I think about a lot of things. Like I think about my work, I think about the things that I'm going to do today, I think about my daughter's performance in school, I think about the time that I'm going to spend with her teaching her some new personal development concept. I spend a lot of time doing that with my kid. All back, I introduced her to this idea that every obstacle that shows up in your life is there to show you that you're moving in a particular direction. And this is the reason why when you set your mind to do something, all of a sudden you have all these things that come up that impede you from being able to accomplish what you're trying to do. And some people find that discouraging, but the idea is that it shouldn't be discouraging because this is just the way that life wants to make sure that this is something you really want. For example, if you came to me and you asked me to help you with something, I may ask some questions like, why are you asking me to help you set up a budget? If you ask me how to set up a budget, I might ask, what's the reason? And are you sure that you understand what that means? Because setting up a budget is not about throwing numbers on a spreadsheet. It's about actually being committed and 100% dedicated to achieving the goal of accomplishing and sticking to your budget, right? Otherwise, the budget doesn't do anything for you. You can put numbers on a spreadsheet all day, but if you don't follow the plan, you're never going to achieve your financial goal. And so I don't do that to discourage the person, but I do that to validate that they understand what it means that they're asking me for. A lot of my friends come to me and ask me for financial help, and I tend to give them advice, or I tend to help them with budgeting, or I tend to help them with eliminating debt strategies, or whatever it is. And, but I always ask a lot of questions, and I always try to get them to understand the challenge that it's going to be to do what it is that they're trying to do, because I want them to set a real commitment in themselves to understand what they're committing to. Otherwise, you're going to fail every time. And the funny thing is that all of this type of clutter, right, that happens in your mind, it's really distracting. And you almost have to kind of clear your mind of the clutter and find the areas that require your focus and then try to remain focused on that. And that's one of the things that triggers me to do meditation in the morning. Meditation improves your ability to focus because meditation is about focusing on your breath or focusing on a specific topic and just like visualizing and just really kind of driving your attention into that topic. Your intention, seeing the outcome and visualization. And so by doing that, you're training your brain to let go of all the other things, because when you're thinking about your breath and thinking about your breath and thinking about your breath and your laundry list comes up of things that you need to do, you tend to go, oh my God, I got to go wash my car. Oh my God, I got to organize the garage. Oh my God, I got to clean my house. Oh my God, I got to clean this or I got to do that. And then you go, wait a minute, I stopped thinking about my breath. You know what? Get out of here. And then you go back to breath. That exercise, if you keep doing that, eventually you get to the point where you're staying focused on your breath a lot longer. And that laundry list kind of gets pushed farther and farther away. And then what happens is your brain is actually training itself to let go of the clutter, to achieve greater focus and greater awareness. And that's kind of like one of the major benefits that I think you get from meditation. That's a really big one. Okay? when you think about the cluttered mind and you think about all the different things that are happening throughout the day, we can't ignore the fact that there's a lot of people putting a lot of money into trying to grab your attention. And I want you to think about this, okay? Back in the day, way back before my time, they used to have this thing called radio theater. And radio theater was actual theater that was acted out, just voice, just audio. And people would listen to this, and in between certain breakdown points where it was like, dun, 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 and she died, dun, 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 right? You'd have a string of commercials, just like you do now in between certain songs. They play a certain amount of songs, they throw commercials, they play a couple of songs, they throw commercials right in there. And for you, radio is free. For you, these things are free, but what it is they're capturing your time and attention. They're influencing your mind to do what it is they want you to do. Go watch the latest movie. Go buy the latest Nikes. Go check out this new show. Go to this new restaurant. They are hooking you in, right? The entire time that you're listening to the radio. And then let's take that one step farther. Then television got introduced, and well, we know what happens there. They create all these shows. You sit, you watch these shows, and television used to be free, but later they found out that it can actually charge you so that you can watch TV and be sold. So people subscribe to, cable networks or dish satellite or whatever it is, and you're paying a company to grab your attention and run a ton of commercials that, by the way, they're charging other companies billions of dollars to grab your attention and influence you. A man told me recently that the person that puts the most money into your mind is the person that is manipulating you the most. I want you to think about that. Interestingly enough, another person shared something with me that blew my mind. They said, there is a reason why Lamborghini, Ferrari, and all these exotic, high-end European race car companies, they don't run ads on TV. That's because successful individuals that make the kind of money that allows them to afford those types of vehicles, they don't watch TV. So it would be a waste of time to put a Lamborghini ad on a local network, TV network, to reach the masses. It wouldn't be worth it for them. So that's really intriguing, right? Now I want you to take this idea and I want you to apply it to modern day. Your phone is your modern day TV. Your Facebook account is your modern day TV. People pay billions of dollars every year so that they can run Facebook ads in between your feeds, right? You're watching what your friend ate for dinner and how they're playing with their little dog and this and that, and boom, there it is. The latest thing that you were talking about because it picked up on your conversation, or you're chatting with somebody about something that was of interest to you, and all of a sudden it shows up on your little corner of Facebook and it's telling you that it's on sale. And if you're that guy with the budget, you might be looking at a set of tools that you've been trying to get for a while, and you realize they're 30% off, and there's your first hook to try to get you to go deviate from your budget. And you can't help yourself because you're like, these tools are 30% off. I'm never going to get this sale again. So then you deviate from your budget, from your objective, from your plan. And you are manipulated into buying the tools that you found that were on sale. It's really important to understand the power of manipulation. Consumerism, it's nothing more than the manipulation of the masses to control their income. Because if I spend my income on the things that you are manipulating me to buy, you have achieved your goal, Mr. Salesperson or marketing executive. You have done it. Right? That's something really important to think about, because I don't think that people really ever stop to think about the power that your phone has over you. Be mindful. Take control of your life. And I know right now you're thinking, yeah, that's funny, dude. You're talking to me on my phone. But look, I'm giving you a message. I'm not telling you never to watch TV. I'm not doing that. Of course I'm going to watch TV. But I'm very mindful of when and how I watch TV. I'm very selective on what I watch on TV. Try to be mindful with your time. Try to eliminate the clutter. Try to do exercises that will improve your focus. And in turn, you're going to actually improve your commitment. And if you open your mind to shifting your mentality from doing nothing or scrolling on your Facebook account or your Instagram or seeing, what Lupita had for breakfast, and you shift it to improving yourself, you will be amazed at how much time you have. Take control of your time. That's my message today. Take control of your time. Find something that improves your life. Commit to it for 365 days. There's a commitment right there. Take 365 days and don't watch Facebook. That's easier said than done. You guys have a good one, man. Take care.